Hey, what's up, Bitcoin Chaser fans? And we're back for our weekly live at 5 live stream somewhere in the world. It is 5 p.m. right now, and we are going to be going over all the news and updates on the Bitcoin Chaser website. You can see now I am on the homepage, and we are on actually the news segment. So let's just throw it into the homepage here and let's go through what you can do with Bitcoin Chaser and then jump into our Son of a Chain segment. Then we're going to be talking about Bitcoin mining and how the cryptocurrency craze affected gamers. We're going to be talking about Canaan launching their first Bitcoin mining TV. We're going to be talking about Ubex, who postponed their ICO until September. We're going to be talking about Vegas and its sports betting odds. And then we're going to be going over upcoming conferences this week in the crypto and blockchain sphere. Now, for those of you who didn't know, you can always access the Bitcoin Chaser live streamed video from the Bitcoin Chaser website. You can also see press releases, events, our featured ICO, our guides and tutorials section, the quote of the week, and the who's who, where you can learn more about the public figures in the blockchain and cryptocurrency sphere and kind of get your head around who they are and what they do and how they got to where they are today. So first we're going to be having a look at Canaan, who launched their first Bitcoin mining TV. And as you know, we take segments out of these articles and we go over them in screenshotted captions. But if you want to go over this with me, you can check in the link in the description. All the links to everything we discuss is right there. So first we have Canaan. Imagine turning your TV set on and having it generate a small amount of money while you watch your favorite show. This is now possible thanks to Canaan's latest development. Canaan Creative is launching the Bitcoin mining television, and just like other household appliances that have a mining component, this device will allow you to take advantage of the cryptocurrency revolution without even noticing. So probably while you're gaming, while you're watching Netflix, maybe you're on cable, all of this can be done and you can still mine. So that is pretty interesting. The launch of the Avalon miner inside comes following the Canaan IPO application submission during May in Hong Kong. With this IPO, Canaan plans to obtain $1 billion. During IPO filing in Hong Kong, Canaan stated, "If we cannot maintain the scale and profitability of our single line of system products and at the same time offer new products, our ability to continue to grow will suffer." My first thought here is, obviously, Canaan is launching a mining TV, but with Bitcoin prices dropping as they are, today we actually did have a little bit of a bump up there. But with the prices where they are, if they continue to go low, I don't know if this particular set will be capable of producing a profitable amount of mining. Apart from this remark, which has its merits, the mining power of the TV set should be called into question. With the current reward levels rapidly falling within pools due to the addition of more hashing power to the network, it seems that 2.8 terahashes, which is obviously what it's capable of pushing, will not yield a significant Bitcoin reward in the near future. That was Canaan's Bitcoin mining TV. So you can see this nice little PR image. But next up we have beyond mining, how the cryptocurrency craze has affected e-gamers. So if you're a gamer, if you like to game, if you have been using your PC to game and you recently built a gaming rig, you might have felt some of the forces that mining had on the markets, especially for graphics cards, and you probably were significantly hindered in your budget if you were including a graphics card in your mining rig. I mean, in your gaming rig. Obviously you wouldn't be mining. So graphics processing units or graphics cards gain popularity in the cryptocurrency mining community due to their high processing power capabilities. This trend can be traced back as far as 2013, where the adoption of graphics cards for mining both Bitcoin and the newly popular Litecoin caused the price of graphics cards to skyrocket. This caused a great deal of dismay due to mainstream gamers who found themselves either unable or unwilling to pay for the latest and greatest units. Fortunately for them, prices soon stabilized and the gamers were able to buy their cards at the price they were used to. This shift away from graphics cards was likely due to the advent of application-specific integrated circuits or ASIC miners in late 2013 and their gradual widespread adoption for Bitcoin mining over the course of 2014. Now, the introduction of mineable coins that are either still profitable for home mining purposes or ostensibly based on ASIC resistant algorithms have provided an alternative for miners to use GPUs again. This coin this coins have flipped the GPU market back on its head. So basically what this is saying is because coins have started opting to be ASIC resistant to further push their decentralization perhaps, it's now pushed the GPU market back on its head, and prices are starting to rise again. Gaming rigs, if they're building those rigs on a budget. Aside from the obvious shortages, there are many gamers on various forums who have declared that the high GPU costs have placed online MMORPGs out of their price range for now. As a result, they have opted for returning to the PS4 and other consoles, probably such as the Xbox. Now, an interesting segment here that they included was this graph. We can see a graphics card and cryptocurrency price comparison. We can see that the trend is generally following the rise in cryptocurrency price when it spikes. So this is obviously affecting gamers who might not even be interested at all in mining, but now they want to game and their budgets are significantly hindered. And we know because of new AAA titles coming out and stuff like that, it's actually very important that you as an enthusiast gamer can play at your optimal settings. And when you put yourself on a higher budget, when you can't afford it, it obviously affects you more than we know. Next, we're going to be taking a look at our Son of a Chain segment, which is all talking about
counterintuitive market. I've spoken at length about how exogenous forces are affecting Bitcoin prices. The situation is quite irrational. Given the exogenous forces driving Bitcoin after the turmoil we saw in 2017 with forks, public spats between a big block and small block advocates, threats, mempool transaction saturation, exorbitant transaction fees, and a sudden drop in hash rate on the Bitcoin blockchain that compounded transaction issues, prices reached an all-time high in December at almost 20,000 USD per coin. This paved the way for a 2018 full of hope. Rationally speaking, Bitcoin has never been stronger. After it withstood all those tests, which many would call attacks, Bitcoin was finally unshackled. Nevertheless, as soon as we hit 2018, exogenous forces took over. It seems the markets didn't care about Bitcoin's resilience, the success of SegWit's deployment, dirt cheap transaction fees, and the wide range of possibilities that the deployment of the Lightning Network could bring. This is puzzling, especially for those who tend to look at Bitcoin objectively as possible. Unfortunately, the market is made up of extremely shrewd, rational thinkers, even if it seems like they are ignoring these exogenous forces. Think about it this way. People who have been in the Bitcoin game for quite a while are likely to have more coins than those who joined more recently due to the 2017 frenzy. Those people had every incentive to cash out when Bitcoin peaked. The sheer amount of coins they could put into the market at once is staggering. These people are market makers. They know that if they dump enough coins, prices will come down, which means they will be able to buy their coins back and still profit. Bitcoin has never been stronger, yet markets seem to be punishing it despite its objective strength. Quite a paradox. I don't play in the markets, I hold Bitcoin for ideological purposes, so I care less about price. But for those of you who are in it for the fiat profit and the promise of Lambos, you should understand that in any market with any kind of asset, market makers control prices. Nevertheless, if you are like me, you know that the power of Bitcoin doesn't lie in how many Lambos you can afford, but rather how free you can be from the powers that control the traditional economy. Just remember, freedom is not free.
So that was the Son of a Chain segment on a counterintuitive market. Some very interesting points brought forward there. Next, we're taking a look at Vegas and its Sportsbook's odds. So the first thing we know is Vegas has endless amounts of data regarding betting trends and where lines have been open, closed, as well as algorithms that have been established over a long period of time. The sports books in Vegas make it their business to amass highly detailed player stats that most people don't know or think about. The people behind the odd making would be able to recite Tom Brady's passing percentage on a Monday night road game at 9 p.m. when the barometric pressure is at 30 inches during a full moon with 51,542 people in attendance with medium cloud cover and a 30% chance of rain, for example. So they're basically talking about how in-depth the data supplied by Vegas sportsbooks are, and the people that are very into it obviously have a very good understanding of some of these games, some of the odds that most people don't have a look at. The reason why it may seem Vegas is so accurate is that they set odds for every game of the year for every sport that exists. They accommodate troves of data and use statistics and complicated models to try and determine the best possible opening line. The house doesn't always win. In February of this year, the Eagles showed Vegas that all the stats in the world could not bear sheer heart and determination with their 41-33 upset, beating the New England Patriots to win Super Bowl 52. This one was one of the darkest days for Vegas sportsbooks. Another great example of a person who beat the odds was a mystery bettor winning around $10 million by going against Vegas on his sports series wagers. Now, I don't know if this is one of those outlying statistics, but maybe go against Vegas and see what happens. With odds of 53% in their favor, it appears Vegas mostly gets it right. But there are times when the underdog beats the system and comes out on top. Vegas has years of experience and data to assist with pretty much consistently correct odds. It is difficult to beat Vegas, so we look forward to seeing the effects of their odd-making abilities with the advent of legal sports books nationwide. And you can see here that we are on the Vegas and Sportsbook odds article, and you can actually go and look at this article. The link is in the description. Next, we're taking a look at something very interesting. Ubex, a popular ICO all around artificial intelligence and advertising, postponed their ICO until Sunday. Now, a lot of people jumped out and said, why? Well, what the heck is going on? So let's try and figure out what happened with that. Ubex has announced that they will be extending their token sale period until no later than September 30. Ethereum has lost a lot of ground since the Ubex token has gone on sale, and the team at Ubex have said that they want to ensure that there are significant funds in dollars to provide rapid and quantitative roadmap implementation to accommodate all token holders. Ubex announced that they would be burning unsold tokens after they have sold the tokens issued for the community. As of now, there will be no more token emissions, and they would be extending the sale period until the latest 30 September 2018. The hard cap has been set at 28,800 Ethereum. The team has also stated that this move is set to help the project get listed on exchanges in the period of growth, which will benefit all token holders. Now remember, their ICO has been running already and Ethereum has dropped, so realistically they probably haven't hit the margin that they were looking for when they were comparing to the USD price, especially now that it's gone down. There has been a substantial amount of backlash from the investor community around this announcement. There seems to be a lot of uncertainty among investors that have bought tokens. Many seem unaware as to why the postponement was necessary and are calling for refunds or to unload the tokens that they have purchased. Investors are wanting answers from the team as to why this decision is so last minute, just before the ICO ended. One irate message suggested that the reason that the US could not buy into this token was because it was a scam and the FBI would be onto it. That's quite an interesting one. A few believers. Some investors are remaining positive and offering support to the rest of the investor community of Ubex. It is believed by some that had Ubex not made this decision, it would have dropped to 1 sat immediately and no one would be able to sell. However, any support of Ubex's decision is hard to find. The general consensus is that Ubex hasn't been able to calculate the risk of funding in ETH versus USD. They have not involved the community in making such a big decision, and the timing was completely unsuspected and last minute. Remember, they just dropped the news on everyone. And remember, Ubex is in the stage now where it has just extended its ICO and it was about 97% complete. So they were suggesting that when it went to exchanges, because of the price and the volatility at the moment, that the actual token value would drop below 1 sat, which would make it unable to trade on exchanges. So realistically, maybe Ubex is looking at the bigger picture, but it's up to the investors in the community behind it to decide what is really going on, and if they're going to continue to hold Ubex once it's listed on exchanges. A possible large-scale sell might happen as it's listed on exchanges due to investor uncertainty, which could be a problem. Now, moving on to our last segment in this particular live stream, we're taking a look at the Bitcoin Chaser conference calendar. The link to that is in the description below, and what we can do with this calendar is pretty cool. We're going to have a look at the upcoming conferences happening pretty much this week. So today was actually the blockchain futurist conference in Toronto, Canada, but we're going to be taking a look at the Blockchain Economic Summit in Malaysia. Let's take a look at that, and we can also have a look at the Block Vienna in Austria, and maybe we can take a look at the Block Show America in Las Vegas, Nevada. Let's see what's happening here. So blockchain, Blockchain Economic Summit 2018, which is on the 16th of August to the 17th of August. and you can go and have a look at the short description from Bitcoin Chaser himself. But we're just going to go jump straight onto this conference website and see what's happening. Let's take a look at the Block Vienna, which is the second one that's upcoming. So we have innovative presentations, technology showcase, business networking, aftercare website I've ever seen in my life. Very difficult to pull any information out. We get to inform you that the Block Vienna conference has been postponed due to logistical reasons. Oh, that makes more sense. Okay, well, cheers, Blockchain Vienna. Yeah, damn. Okay, let's look at Blockonomy, the Blockchain Economic Summit, which is happening in 3 hours, 46 minutes from now in Kuala Lumpur. We are out of tickets. Even our ticket system is down. Okay. So this is what they're obviously talking about. This is how you can get involved. Let's just take a look at some of the speakers. So you got a blockchain and distributed ledger technology advisor. We've got a blockchain association president at Alpha Cap, founder, growth economic development at Malaysia Digital Economy Corporation, co-founder, Triv Chain Foundation. I mean, wow, there is a lot of sponsors here. Let's take a look at some of their sponsorship. Max Coin is sponsoring them. I wonder if this will actually be showcased live. That'll be quite interesting if we can get some information about this conference live. Let's take a look at the third one, Block Show Americas 2018, which is happening in 5 days, 10 hours from now. Maybe we can have a look at their video, Block Show Europe 2018. How was it? So this was obviously another one that they hosted in Europe.
Hello, Berlin.
More than 3,000 guests from 50 countries. That's not bad, eh?
We now start to think about what this new world of blockchain is bringing and how we're going to operate into it. But we must now take responsibility ourselves. Who else will stand up for this? Who else but us? It's up to us now to reinvigorate this new world with the world of trust.
That sounds so cool. Like I would go to this. This is very cool.
The crypto world is absolutely and definitely in a bubble. I don't think there's a very...
No, I hate the bubble chat. Do you believe crypto's in a bubble? I don't even know. So if you guys want to go take a look at this conference calendar, the link to that is in the description below. Go get your info on the conferences that are happening. Thank you so much for watching. This is the end of the Bitcoin Chaser Live at 5 live stream. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like if you liked the video. Subscribe if you love the video. Dislike it if you didn't. But why would you dislike cryptocurrency? To exchange comparisons and all sorts of cool videos like that. Be sure to check that out. I'll see you guys in the next week. Cheers, everyone. Bye-bye.